That one. There we go. Thank you, Streamlabs, for updating and screwing something else up. Hi, hello everyone. This is Meltman of Gaming Philosophy. How are you doing today? Yeah, I know there was no audio for me. I saw that immediately when the stream started. We need to have a little talk before we get started in gaming. And it's going to be about Streamlabs OS. OBS. Online broadcasting software. The Streamlabs variant. You may have noticed that the Gaming Philosophy website, I have not bothered to do any changes. In fact, it has been downgraded to what it originally looked like to a much lesser state. And that I have not bothered in the last several videos advertising the website because I'm not proud of it in the description of any of my videos. The older videos, you can still find it. I'm not going to go back and rip it out of there. The site's still technically up. It still technically has a merch shop. It still has technically ways you can donate to support the channel. But I'm not using it. I haven't changed anything on it because I would have to pay for Streamlabs Prime to do that. To get the merch shop and the website up to begin with, I did pay for Streamlabs Prime. I had more money back then. And I thought it would be a way to go ahead and give you guys something physical to go ahead and hold on to remind you of the channel. A year of Streamlabs Prime costs like $200. That's a little hyperbolic. It's more like $170. Hey, Hunter. Welcome to the stream. You may be aware that I've been experimenting with dual streaming for quite some time now, and I recently found a lot of success using Restream.io rather than relying on Streamlabs dual stream system. Now, I was going for a while using... Oh, don't you ooh-woo at me. Streamlabs came out with dual streaming. I dual streamed for Facebook for some time to kind of get the feel for it, and ran into some tech problems. And I have been having, ever since those problems popped up, having an ongoing conversation with Streamlabs. Yes, Dagger. What you need, bud? While Dagger gets back to me what he's screaming about in live chat, I'll continue my story. I've had, hey Bobcat, welcome to the stream. I've had Streamlabs tell me all sorts of different things about what they think the problem is. Having me update to newer versions of the streaming software, telling it it's a data issue on my end and there's nothing they can do. Hey Simbot, welcome back. You DM'd me. What did you DM me and where? You DM'd me recently. Gaming PC giveaway by Zydex. I will take a look at that later. My mic is not muted. Not anymore. It was at the start of the stream. There was a mic issue. It has been fixed now. Yeah. Oh boy. So as we've seen, there's been little to no problems using Streamlabs IO. Restream.io in comparison to Streamlabs dual stream system. It's for the last week or so, it's working fairly flawlessly. Me no hear your voice. And Streamlabs got back to me again. I've been having this issue with their dual stream system for months, and they recently added Twitch to it, so I could stream to Twitch and YouTube using Streamlabs OBS. Brilliant. By the way, no, you have to have Twitch Prime in order to dual stream I mean, you need to have Streamlabs Prime to dual stream to Twitch. So, if I want to dual stream to both YouTube and Twitch, I have to pay for Streamlabs Prime, or I could just use Restream.io for free. Because you could see this stream on YouTube and Twitch right now. You can tell I went with the free option because I don't have money for Prime. So I haven't been able to play for Prime on Streamlabs for a while. You get a lot of features given to you if you pay for Prime, like the website that I wasn't able to really do much with. It felt fairly limited. That might be my own personal lack of knowledge when it comes to websites. The merch shop, which, unless I wanted to royally gouge you in prices, I make next to nothing off, and the prices are still obscenely high, regardless, in my opinion. With how I've shopped around and I've looked at other creators' shops, obviously I think next to no one uses Streamlabs merch store just because the pricing is so god-awful high for the viewers buying the merch. I appreciate everyone that has gotten one of the Glow for Daddy t-shirts or mugs, or one of you that have gotten the classic GP coffee mugs that were on the merch store. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and getting that for you. But what I'm going to be doing is, because I would have to pay $170 a year for the privilege to have the website and the merch shop and to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and I can't afford that, I'm going to continue to look for other options. I'm going to look for a new home for GamingPhilosophy, the website. I am going to look for a better merch store that can go ahead and give fairer prices to you guys while still allowing me to not be charged an arm and a leg for it. Because it doesn't make sense to ask you guys to pay $40 for a t-shirt when other YouTubers can make better quality, like absolutely stellar styles and design t-shirts and sell them for like $20. It feels like there's got to be some difference there that I need to go ahead and make sure that I'm doing my best for you guys, because I'm only here because you guys are watching. The reason why this is something that I'm ranting about today is it was just fresh on my mind because I checked my email just as I was trying to set the stream up and having problems with it. As you can tell, the mic decided to disconnect in Streamlabs OBS because reasons. I answered an email from them saying, our devs still haven't figured out what the problem is with the dual stream issue. I'm sorry, thank you for being patient with us. You know, basically the form letter response of, we understand that you have an open support ticket with us. We're going to try to be nice so you don't get mad at us. But we have no clue what's going on. So I told them, yeah, to be honest, I don't care anymore. I have given you months to work on this. I have provided you all the points of data I can. You have a copy of my system specs. You know the internet usage that I have and that I have currently a stable connection. You have been given multiple streams where this issue has occurred. And all I get is we don't know what's going on or trying to blame it on my internet connection. Which, if it works a whole lot better on Restream.io on the same exact internet connection than it does on Streamlabs dual stream, then that's Streamlabs that's having the issue, not my internet. To top it off, that Twitch is dual streaming to Twitch is behind a paywall, and the merch store and the website were not what I expected them to be. It feels like more and more really useful features are being put behind Streamlabs Prime, and behind that paywall But at this point, I wonder if Streamlabs is going to have a competitor. Like, you know, maybe Fraps will get back in the game. Maybe there'll be another streaming software service out there that's going to give them a run for their money and offer those same services for a much cheaper. Yeah. Yeah. Streaming laments. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's my rant about Streamlabs and the problems that I'm having with them and why I am using Restream.io. Why I'm looking for a new website for the channel. Why I'm looking for a better merch store option for the channel. And all that jazz. Now, tonight I'm going to try something else that I've been racking my brain against is Chris Sawyer's Locomotion. It is a game from 2004. It was gifted to me by Moonhunter a while back. I have been trying. You got your mug, but it's broken. Hunter. Which one of the mugs did you get? And did you reach out to the merch store about it? Did it arrive broken? Because there should be something you can do about that by reaching out to Streamlabs. You don't know. Seriously though, if you're not screwing with me and you seriously have a broken mug, especially if it arrived broken, DM me on Discord. We'll talk later. So anyways, going on to the game that we're hopefully going to be streaming today. When I tried to stream Locomotion previously, it did not play well with my dual monitor setup. It did not play well with Windows 10. It did not even want to go to a native resolution. That said, I learned some trickery options using shortcuts, reprogramming executables to force something to play at a different resolution than what it's done natively. Hopefully, when I double-click the shortcut on my desktop, everything will work appropriately. If not, well, I'm screwed. So let's find out. I will most likely have to adjust the volume once I get into the game in Streamlabs because there's no way. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Move things over so I can read these chats. Then go ahead and open volume mixer. Chris Sawyer's Locomotion will take you down to 25% of your normal volume. Close you out and go to game capture, which is not pulling up. You are going to pull up this game. Done. And then okay. I almost have it working. Almost. It's still being very, very finicky. And now it basically crashed. Great. I tested this out and made sure it would work the best I can before streaming it, guys. Yeah, it's not responding. Alt-tabbing has broken it. In fact, it's broken in a way where I cannot even interact with it. Wow. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Scuff streams are us. Yet not responding. I'm aware. Yeah. Can we end tasks? Can we kill the program? All right. I cannot access it at all. There we go. Got that done. Yeah, everything on one of my monitors is now completely locked and I cannot close it out. Control Alt Delete. This game, I'm starting to swear it is not a game. It is in fact a virus disguised as a game, with how I had it working perfectly before, and now when I want to go and do it, and once I get it going and Streamlabs going at the same time, that's when it starts locking up like this, like immediately. So, oh, I did not mean to close that. Okay. Flex tape fixes everything? Yeah. Oh, you threw it away? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you were just joking that whole time. All right. Sorry, when I'm being very serious about something. There we go. Ah! Knowing the hotkeys fixes everything. So, what I've done is I had to, because it was locking up behind Task Manager, in order to go and get Locomotion to go to piss away after breaking as well as it did, I had to go ahead and, how should I put this kindly? I had to go ahead and tab down to Locomotion in the Task Manager because I had no mouse interaction with the Task Manager. And then I had to Alt-E to do the command for end task on the keyboard because I couldn't hit end task in Task Manager. So let's try this again. This is the second attempt to get Locomotion to work. Okay. Volume level is good. Now I'm going to have to Alt-Tab. And you guys are not going to like this because I'm going to have to do something to try to capture this in a way that, yeah. And now let's see if we can Alt-Tab back into it. Will this work? Okay, even though I have it force scaled to be 1080p, it's still scaling incorrectly. No. Nope. Okay, so I'm sorry, Moonhunter. I'll continue to research it, see if I can get some way to be able to stream this game. I know you want me to cover it, but with my there are multiple songs. With the amount of stress I'm under today, why is chat no longer showing up? Why is it? Okay. How is chat in the wrong? There we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. We got chat fixed. Okay. Unlock that in place so it doesn't move. Okay. I think we're going to have to say no to locomotion today. Again, I am sorry. The thing that I did that was working appropriately is still not working well with Streamlabs. Please forgive me, Moonhunter. I am going to have to update and switch the game we're covering today. And that means I have to do a lot of things real quick, folks, so hang in with me. First, let's go over to Restream.io. And we're going to update our titles. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a choice. Since you are already here, I'm going to leave it up to you in chat to tell me which one of these games we're going to go ahead and do tonight. Because I've got two options for you. Option 1. Hardspace ShipBreakers has introduced the Tesla class science vessel. The Tesla class science vessel. It is as big as a gecko, and it is just absolutely very easy for things to go very wrong, and detonations can and might happen. I've only been able to salvage one successfully just trying it out. The second option is the game I streamed 2 days ago, Hellsign. Literally just put a patch out after I streamed it, adding more to the game. Plus, I need to progress in that game farther anyways to be able to take on those bigger, badder hunts and banish poltergeists. So those are the options. 1, Hardspace ShipBreakers, and we're going to go ahead and try to see if I can salvage a Tesla for you on stream, a Tesla class science vessel, or Hellsign, and I'm going to go ahead and do my first. We'll start with some high tier scoutings, but we'll see if I can eventually work it up to the point where I have the gear to do an actual hunt to take out a poltergeist. So those are the options. Let's see what you guys are saying in chat. Breaks again. Uh-oh, stinky, poo-poo. You guys are starting to sound like that meme that Lolathon uses for that ape that he has in VR chat. Fall Guys? SnowRunner? No. SnowRunner's going to go ahead and be this Saturday. This Saturday is when we're doing Snow Hunter. And we already did Fall Guys once this week. I don't want to double up on games, guys. That's why I'm offering you those two. Option 1. So Hardspace ShipBreaker. Simbot says the one that explodes. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of ones. Gwent. Eric, Gwent wasn't on the table. But thank you so much for that. Okay. I think I'm getting a consensus that you guys want to see more Hardspace ShipBreakers. Hardspace ShipBreakers. Than Hellsign right now. Okay. That's what we'll do. Let me go ahead and do this. Alright, update channel. We're going to update the titles of the stream. And I can do it on Twitch and on YouTube simultaneously using Restream.io, which is not a feature available on Streamlabs right now. See, this is what happens when you get me pissed off and I have to find an alternate source to do something that you're offering to do for me. I go ahead and show off your competitor that I ended up having to switch to. Anyways, okay, so let's see. Trying not to blow up. Hardspace ShipBreakers. Now, it can blow up. I'm going to do my darndest not to. This is gaming content. At which point, this is where Restream.io fails because it can't tell what Hardspace ShipBreakers is because it is too new of a game and it just doesn't know how to handle it. Okay. I don't really have a thumbnail set up for this one, so we're going to have to just change it over here. Restream.io. Before I update the title, I want to update the description as well. Make sure that it has this in there. Okay. And one press of the button simultaneously. Both Twitch and YouTube should be updated with the titles. And then I need to go ahead and go into Twitch and manually change it to Hardspace ShipBreaker. Done. So you guys see the correct title. And then I'm going to go ahead and go here. We'll refresh. That's not correct. That's not correct at all. Why is it? Okay. Copy that. Copy that. That is not what I copied. Oh my God. Of course. Copy that. There we go. And let's change that thumbnail to this thumbnail. There we go. Save changes. There we go. And now we need some tags for the YouTube game here. I haven't done Hardspace ShipBreakers in a while. So this will be a nice break from my normal routine. Took a break from it. Alright. Throw the appropriate tags in there. Then go and make sure that this gets put on the Hardspace ShipBreakers playlist. And you guys are seeing virtually nothing on your end. Hardspace ShipBreakers. Save. So everything should be updated now. Hopefully. New thumbnail, new title, new everything. Let me know if you guys don't see it. And let's go ahead and get Hardspace ShipBreakers launched here. And then I should be able to go ahead and go over to GameCap. Put this on auto. Chat there. Chat there. All right. And hopefully Streamlabs will be catching the game here. Come on, Streamlabs. You can do it. Game capture's turned on, and you're turned on to automatic, so you should be automatically grabbing what you think is a game. And I know you think this is a game. You've captured it before. You capture it by the time it gets to the title? No? Ah! That is not what I want to do. I misclicked. That's not what I was... While that sorts itself out, I'm going to go ahead and go back to game capture. Let's just close that. I screwed up anyways. We'll relaunch it. Hopefully it'll capture it this time. Can you capture it this time? Alright, gonna be like that. Specific window. Hardspace ShipBreakers. See, I tell you to capture it and you can capture it just fine. Streamlabs, you're supposed to be the better thing that you can be, Streamlabs. I know you can do it. Alright. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just that Streamlabs and Locomotion don't want to play well together. If I had a separate computer to keep them isolated, I think that would work. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Hardspace ShipBreakers. Up and running. All of our problems solved. Alright. I have some new comms that I have found. These are devices that have been found on Teslas.
This was my ship. I nicknamed her Celeste. Worked her hard, but she was always good to me. Had a lot of dreams coming up here, and when I saw her for the first time, a big dumb rust bucket being auctioned off by a bunch of Earth Village idiots who didn't know what they had on their hands, I jumped at the chance. We flew together for, I don't know, 30 years? She was my ship, and she was my home too. Crew came and went, but Celeste never let me down. Got a new ship now. Celeste 2.0. Bigger, faster, more efficient and such. Now, I'm not one for goodbyes, but I felt like I had to say something to her. And I wanted someone to share it with me, so if you are listening to this, well, I hope you send her off right. And, I don't know, maybe look me up if I'm in the station. I'll buy you a beer, and I'll tell you all about her.
So that's a ship that I cut up a while back. Okay, and this is another audio log.
You ever heard of someone being born with no chance of dying? Well, Kath, I may be the first. There was this book I read when I was a boy, about a man who replaced every cell in his brain with nanites, one at a time. A gradual process, of course, each nanite learning its place in the brain and mimicking that function perfectly. Could such a thing be possible? Well, I've been trying. I'm at 0.2% now, with no apparent loss of function. I think it's working. That's why I need your help, Catherine. You're a roboticist. I can fix my brain, but a new body? That's where I need you. Who knows? Maybe we can save the human race.
So wait. He's at 0.2% now. Does that mean 0.2% of his brain has been replaced with nanites? Or only 0.2% of his brain is left? Whew. Let's see here. New audio log here.
It was a dark and stormy night. The power was out and the parmesan was missing. Detective Leon Fukuyama would have to figure out where it had gone, and who had taken it. First, he'd start by gathering suspects, then... Oh. There it is. Forgot I put it on top of the fridge. Well, another case closed by Detective Leon Fukuyama. Tune in next week when he attempts to locate a lost railgate transit pass.
Wow. Well, when you're on a ship long enough, you get bored. Alright. Alright. Now, as far as my equipment goes, let's see here. Yeah, let's repair our cutter. Upgrades go. I've got everything except for one upgrade on the suit. Everything else is fully upgraded. And I still need to go and buy my modular cutter, so I don't have to rent it from the corporation. So yeah, everything's maxed out except for one upgrade on my suit as far as defenses. Let's see, certifications, they're all got. They still haven't given us Class 7 ships yet, so I'm assuming future updates. So we're going to start our shift and we're going to look at this. Let's see, Gecko, and then we have 2 stargazers. They're not Teslas, they're stargazers. That's what they were called. Science vessels. So we have Pacific Oberon 15 and the Northern Dauntless Mark V. The Oberon's worth a little bit more on estimated value. It has more materials in it that needs to get cut up, it looks like, on the average. Actually, no. It has less iron and it has more nanocarbon, it looks like. Maybe that's the price, that's the estimated value difference. Yeah, no furniture, nothing big in either. They both have the same hazards, so let's go ahead and go with the Oberon. Here we go. Alright folks, here we go. And again, Moonhunter, I'm sorry about locomotion. Let's go ahead.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Oh, look at all the things we gotta salvage on this thing. Look at that huge list of objectives. Alright, first things first. Now that is an antenna. Let's go ahead and just let's see. Communications array. You go into the barge. Never actually seen this part before. Like I said, I only kind of looked at this. I haven't, like, become an expert or anything.
Credits transferred.
That's a sensor array. We got another couple communications arrays back here that we could probably cut off. And these are solar batteries. Huh, okay. So I'm assuming with long-range exploration, having solar batteries to regenerate your power is probably smart. Blap. Okay.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
There we go. And
Salvage
that's
secured.
one
Credits
objective
deposited.
down. Now let's see. How many of these could I cut through simultaneously? I think I could probably get 3. Maybe. Possibly. Could I get 4? Could I get all 4 with one cut? you go. Clap. There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. Let's see if I can pull that off again. I've noticed the solar batteries, I haven't had any problems with them exploding on me yet, so they seem fairly safe. I don't want to accidentally cut into this barrier here. So let's go ahead and blam. You know that old carpenter trick. Measure twice, cut once, that sort of thing. I think that should be true for. Oh.
Salvage destroyed.
No!
Refrain from damaging salvage.
No! Oh, because they bumped into each other gingerly. They're both scuffed? Oh, man. Feels bad. That's a lot of value just absolutely lost there. Oh, I feel bad about that. Well, they're furnace bound then. Come on. Okay, so solar batteries are fragile.
Deposit accepted.
Now, you... get your ass into that furnace. That's right. At least I'll get your metal value out of you. Alright. Well, that was disappointing. Alright. Now I've noticed these panels are only attached at the top, not at the bottom. So if you're very, very careful, and you get very, very close, and you aim it just right, you can go ahead and I think I need to back off just a little bit to get this. I think I can do better than that. There we go. And then simply yeet cord away.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
I missed one. There we go. Oh, little tiny mini antenna on top of this one. Alright.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
There we go. Alright. Hey Alan, welcome to the stream. Conaton, hey, welcome as well. And by the way, it's going well. Alan, no, I'm not twerking. And Hack said over on Twitch, bumped into each other gingerly. Melt, you're in space. Nothing is going to bump into each other gingerly. Yeah, well. It was a love tap, I swear. See how many I can go ahead and cut on this side rail here. Blah! Ooh. A 5 cut. That's not that bad. Let's get that in there. And then we go ahead and see what's on the inside of these stargazers. Can't be worse than a gecko, right?
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Melt. had his character dancing the other night is one step away from twerking. Okay. Dancing in VR chat with a canned emote is not me personally twerking. Now, if I had a full VR headset and I twerked in real life so my avatar could twerk, yes, then I physically twerked. But even if I used a canned emote in VR chat that said twerk and the character physically in the game, or digitally rather, in the game twerked, that still wouldn't be me twerking, okay? Let's be very clear on that. The avatar and what it does on the screen and what I'm physically doing aren't always the same thing. There is some kind of micro atmosphere in the base so things don't keep going forever. Ah, I wasn't aware of that. What's the avatar's name then? The username for VR chat for me is meltman-of-gp. So yes, I'm using my username that I identify as online for the avatar. So in a way, yes, it does kind of identify as me. I'm going to agree to disagree with you. Arnathal, hey, welcome to the stream. Alright. So, for those just joining us, this is my first time streaming cutting up a Stargazer, which is the brand new ship added recently to Hardspace ShipBreakers. Let me know if the music's too loud or anything. I can try turning it down. I think the music reset with the update, so it might be a bit loud for you guys.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay. Let's check the underside real quick. Okay. No sensors on the back. Good. We do have one sensor array there, and there that we'll have to deal with.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Alright. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm sorry that you're having problems with your Wi-Fi, Hunter. And apparently, Alan says, name your price. Are you saying to name my price as to how much it would cost for me to twerk on stream? The real Simbob asks, is the amount you have, money you have, a lot or not? Are you talking about the huge amount of debt that my character has in game, or are you talking about the very real amount of debt I have in real life? I love the music. Yo, the music, I love it. I just want to make sure it's too loud. In game, no, you start with like $1 billion in debt, and I've got it almost halfway paid off in game. Okay. And guys, the YouTube chat has disconnected from Restream.io. It should resync up, but I'm trying to keep up with. The reason why I paused the game right now is I'm trying to keep up with both chats right now. So, folks watching over Twitch, you're not seeing the YouTube chat. I'm trying to answer both, but YouTube should resync. This happens with YouTube all the time. I am not. You know what? Here's what I'll say. I am not accepting donations for me to twerk in real life at this time. But if I end up, go ahead and getting a part of like a good charity drive or something where the money is going to a good cause, then I am willing to sacrifice my pride a little bit, and you will get once once, I will twerk for a donation. It's not going to be pretty. It's probably going to be in VR chat, and you may only see the character twerking and not me physically twerking. Depends on if I have a VR headset at that time, if I am going to be physically twerking to make the character twerk. I have no idea how to twerk to begin with, so that is as close as we're getting to twerky. I'm going to go and move on from that topic now. I do not have an OnlyFans account, hack. I do not have any plans on getting one. Okay. I haven't cut the Stargazer in campaign yet. Warmed up on OpenShift. Did not go well. Yeah.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
I haven't tried OpenShift yet. That's the new mode they put in that was a little bit more tame, right? No time limits and the such. Alright, let's go ahead and flush the fuel. That was terrifying. What the hell is this? Ooh, it's a little hydroponic cell. Hydroponic cabinet. That's cool. Let my oxygen recharge while we're in here. Let's see here. Okay. So all compartments except for the crew compartment is pressurized. So if I were to open the crew compartment right now, it would depressurize and anything that's loose in there would fly into the sensitive electronics. We don't want that. So I'm going to have to depressurize before opening that one. But this is pressurized over here, so let's pop this. Let's see here. There's a data pad right here. We'll have to pick that up. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else loose.
Cut it. You got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. We wrap.
Depressurizing.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay. Alright, good. Alright, yeah, there's a bunch of loose stuff in here that would have flown around. And that hydroponic bin might have gotten toasted too if we had done it. Okay, so we flushed the fuel. There's a bit of trash floating around. We depressurized the... Oh, I do not like that. Okay. The cockpit is still pressurized, but there's nothing loose in the cockpit as far as I can tell. So, to just get it depressurized, I'm just gonna...
Air pressure level decreasing.
There we go. Yep. Okay, done. Okay. So the only thing that we have is the airlock.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Alright. So the entire vessel is now depressurized and ready for cutting without any explosive decompression going on, which is the joy of joys. We've got about 3.5 minutes left, folks. Oh yeah, it is a fun game to play. I'm enjoying the piss out of it. Now, the Stargazer has these. These do not cut until after you burn them first. Now it takes a while for the outer protective coating to burn off, but once you burn this off, it'll become one of these connectors and you can cut it easily. Alright. While those are burning, let's go ahead and get some fuses popped. Alright. Here we go. Red, 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 white. Pop the fuse, grab the fuse. Pop the fuse, grab the fuse. Alright. Go. Pop the fuse, grab the fuse. Alright. There we go. We have our reactor, our power generator. Those are still burning. They take time. But I want to be able to pull this power
1 minute
generator
left,
out.
Cutter. Time to start wrapping things up. We wrap.
Come on. Man, that's a tight fit. Alright, that's the end of the shift. Alright, so we destroyed the two solar batteries accidentally. We destroyed some nanocarbon, and we destroyed some aluminum. Ugh. But we still made almost, what, over 3/4 a mil? Alright. Alright, looks like YouTube chat should be syncing back up with Restream chat, so we'll see YouTube showing back up in the chat here soon. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. You don't want it depressurized? You want it to blow up? You want explosive decompression? That ruins a lot of value if I do that. With some of the other ships that are much easier to handle when they explosive decompress, yeah. Let's see. Any new comms data? Nope, just the ones I looked at the start. Alright, let's start the ship. Let me at least get the reactor out before we even consider blowing stuff up. Okay. See, this is why I started burning these early. They burn for frickin' ever.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Gosh, damn it. They're gonna be stubborn. Alright. Since we flushed the fuel out already, let's get the thrusters out. Salvaging the Class 2 thrusters is one of the objectives anyways, so... Pop the cooling cap off. So we've already flushed the fuel out of the system before touching the thrusters. We've pulled the fuses, so we should be able to pull the power generator without having any problems.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
So there's small prerequisites that you have to do before you do other things. Like you pop the fuses before you pull the power generator. You make sure that there's no fuel in the thrusters before you pull them out. Because, you know, nothing like having a ship thruster with fuel in it somehow ignite while you're going ahead and removing them.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Don't. Come on. Out you come. Out you come. There you go. Yeah. There we go.
Salvage secured.
Thruster's done.
Account credit applied.
Alright. So let's go ahead and fly up these thruster holes. And cut these sensor arrays off. Sensor array, away.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I might have to repair my cutter real quick here. Next shift, because I don't like that it's sparking and smoking. Another sensor array near the front that we need to go ahead and cut off.
Salvage
now you
secured.
see
Account
all of
credit
these
applied.
have burned off that green outer coating, so they're now cuttable where they weren't before. Now where was that sensor array that was on the front here? Ah. If it were a snake, it would have bit me.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
So she's depressurized. The engines have been removed. We're ready to pull the power generator. I think I want to go ahead and get the ECU ready to be pulled so I can interact with the ECU and the reactor easier. Now, right now this bit here has a lot of aluminum on it. That's what this is. And we want to salvage the nanocarbon and get as much of the aluminum as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an additional cut here to cut a good chunk of this aluminum off this before throwing it in the processor. So this is mostly nanocarbon, but it does have some aluminum that will be lost. Come on, grab the side of this. Throw that in there. This bit that would have been just destroyed. Oh, calm down. The game's too worried that something's going to collide with you. Alright, there we go. Throw you in the furnace.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Yeah. Okay. Now, here's the reactor. I want to get this panel off as well. There we go. I think this is all nanocarbon, so go that way. Calm down. Get in there. Go.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Let's see here. How do I want to handle this? I think what I'll do. Is I'm gonna cut this entire panel out and salvage it. That way I'm going into the underside where the ECU is to get access to it quickly. Because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pull the 3 coolant units out of the ECU to deactivate the cooling line so it doesn't explode while I pull the reactor. So being able to get from wherever the ECU is to the reactor quickly is important. Problem for me. There we go. That joint there, I think, is the only thing holding this plate in. Maybe that electrical computer terminal too. So, but I haven't pulled the power generator, even though I could. But I haven't pulled it yet for a reason. Because as long as the power generator stays in, notice my oxygen's starting to get low. Now I could go ahead and buy oxygen, or I could go in here to the crew chamber, close the airlock, find, just have a, shoot, I can't do it. Normally the crew chamber will have an atmospheric regulator. There it is.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Either that or we're out.
There. And because I have the oxygen regeneration upgrade, instead of having to buy oxygen and it giving me more oxygen than what I'm going to actually need for the end of the ship, I can sit in here, turn the atmospheric regulator on, as long as the power generator is still plugged in. You pull the power generator on, none of the electronics work. But you leave it plugged in, and you can...
Air pressure level decreasing.
occasionally go ahead and get some free air. Save yourself a little bit of money. Now, this desk's in line. Alright, now that desk is pulled. Oh, you burn so slowly. any other of those wonderful protective covers start burning now. I don't want to risk these blowing up, but I need to get them out. And the same is true for the front, so while I'm waiting for that cover to burn off, I'm going to see if I can nothing like using a laser cutting tool right next to a freaking fuel tank. Makes me feel really, really comfortable. You're not gonna go, are ya? Are you loose at all? Ah, yes. I remember this. There's these little bits here that keep them tied together. These little center balls. I remember that there was a trick to these on a previous ship. There was like a pull tab or something. But I don't think these have that same pull tab. Ah, okay. Are you free now?
Time is winding down, Cutter.
I think it's free
Dig
now.
deep and let's finish strong.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay. I'm starting to see a crack form here, and I think that might have been just enough. Yeah. It's no longer cleanly lighting up, so that's cut free. Okay. We're good. Let's see if that has burned through enough. Over here, yep. There we go. And this is now free. So, 1.7 mil. Alright. Use the laser to cut the fuel tank. No, Simpbot. No. Goodness. Okay. Here we go. Continue. Equipment. Durability, 4%. I work my tools as hard as I work myself. Not yet. Alright, start shift. Continue salvage. Yes. Okay. So. Well, that's not what your username is on the platform, so. Okay. So now we can go ahead and pull this off.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
There we go. Okay. Might as well pull this out of the way too. It's deemed inappropriate. I wonder why. Okay. So, if I start... Yeah, thought so. So if I grapple this, it's going to try to separate it from the battery. Thing is, both items need to go into the barge. So...
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Boom. Risky, but it works. Okay. Because both electronic items could have bumped something and broken there. And then they'd both be toast. Okay. This control panel seems important. Ah, not important enough. Alright.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Once I pull all 3 cooling units that are in here, these coolant canisters, the reactor will go full meltdown. So, what I need to do is get ready and pull the shielding off the reactor and send the shielding off for processing. Before pulling the coolant.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Kind of picking petals off a daisy. Only this daisy can go nuclear and blow up in my face. And I mean, honestly, a Class 2 reactor? Doesn't that look a little terrifying, seeing those striation lines on it like it's filthy? Alright, so we've flushed the fuel system. We've pulled the fuses.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
So, first things first. Power generator is pulled. And put in.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Now, 1 coolant canister down, 2 coolant canisters, 3 coolant canisters, and the reactor is going. There was nothing to explode there. Come on, game.
Reactor meltdown sequence triggered. Urgent action required.
Yeah, I'm aware. Pull it out and down. And then tether. Go. Crap, it's getting stuck on that. Get out of the way. You random bits of junk. In the net. Oh, that was close.
Salvage secured.
That was
Credits deposited.
so close. Okay. Okay. So these couplings that are normally salvageable got broke. So they're nothing but furnace chunks now, which is a shame. Because they're worth the reactor couplings here are worth a little bit of money. But with the reactor going south for no apparent reason there,
Processing valuable object.
they ended up going ahead and going south on me too. And that's the thing. Remember I said those striation lines on the reactor made me feel uneasy? There was probably, with this being an older vessel, being decommissioned, it's likely that there was some wear on the reactor. Now, the thing is here, this pipe is good for process, but because this pipe is damaged, it's not. So what you want to do, cut where it's bad, throw the bad bit into the furnace for meltdown for base metals,
Material deposited.
and the good bit you cut free for processing. It is a damn shame that the couplers, structural aluminum, they're just basically scrap now. In they go. I said in the furnace you go. Alright.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. First things first. Okay. The ECU, also a high valuable part.
Salvage deposit accepted.
You were
Credits
so
transferred.
excited that I was going to botch something up, and then when I didn't botch it up enough, you were disappointed. What's with that, ShipBot? Cut that free from that wall. Processor. Close enough to cut this off. There we go. Okay.
Object accepted for processing.
Where'd that other bit
Credits
go?
deposited.
Oh, there it is. Alright. Hold on.
Material deposited.
Okay. So we've successfully removed the reactor, the electronic coolant units, and the power generator. So the crucial parts that will give me a problem now are just fuel tanks and coolant tanks. But right now, the main thing I need to focus on is just stripping the nanocarbon armor off of this turkey. Oh. Misclicked there and accidentally put one too many tethers down.
Deposit accepted.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
Valuable component incinerated. Penalty has been applied.
A little bit of nanocarbon got incinerated. Damn. Ooh. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where the problem is. The problem is here. There we go. There we go.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Now that's taken off. We can pull that chunk out. Okay. That gets us access to this.
Your oxygen reserves are low.
Oh crap, forgot about
Note
that.
that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Now, again, I've cut power to the ship now, so I can't use its onboard ship regulators
Welcome to visit.
to provide me oxygen.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
So I have to get my own. Now I'm going to say this right now. I am not perfectly cutting
Salvage
this ship
secured.
up.
Credits deposited.
What I mean by that is, there are people that can, through better skill, agility, and talent at this, can cut a ship up and get like 10
Salvage
million
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
out of a single shift. Me, I'm happy if I can get, 2 to 5.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay. The rest of this is just nanocarbon. It can go for processing. Piss out of my way. Alright. Let's see.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Cutter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this ship.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And there we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay. That objective is achieved. We're getting enough coolant to get that met. Why does the thing in the green mesh look like an SD card? What do you mean? You mean in the barge? Down here? It's possible that it is an SD card of some sort.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
There are data pads that you can go ahead and salvage and put into the barge. Anything that goes in the barge is a highly valued item that's worth more as a whole unit rather than cut up and broken down for its material parts. Anything that is thrown into the furnace it's best be melted down for like base metals like aluminum. Anything through in the processor is just a little bit more complicated than that, and is kind of like reusable. So, example, a pipe that has got holes in it, just melt it down for the metal. But a whole section of pipe that can be easily cleaned and reinstalled and reused, put it in for processing so they can clean and reuse it. But a electronic fuel terminal that cycles fuel out of a system, that should go into the barge. So it's a level of complexity and how much work it takes for it to be reused or remake is where I kind of explain why it goes in what places. So something that's the equivalent of a durable SD card or personal iPad device for space travel, that's something that's going to go into a barge because it's a complex piece of machinery that's worth more as the device itself than its relative components if it were processed or melted down. Yeah, like I say, I'm happy when I've got a ship that's 3 to 5 mil. And that was a 4.2 mil ship. And again, my cutter rental is the biggest thing costing me money right now. And equipment. Let's go ahead and repair my utility grappler. And still don't have enough to go and get that complete, but we'll get there. And continuing challenge. Here we go.
Valuable object process. Credits awarded.
If you're doing things right, you never blow up the ship. If you do things right, the entire ship gets salvaged. It's called Hardspace ShipBreakers, where you're breaking apart the ship and trying to salvage it. Now, of course, this game does have an open shift variant where you could do nothing but blow ships up.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
If that's more your speed. But I've been streaming the career mode to go ahead and keep the challenge of having a timer, trying to get the most value out of the ships, and that sort of thing. So yeah. You're not coming off, are you? Why is that? You're just being stubborn? Is that it? You are being stubborn. How can I get you to not be stubborn? Oh, I know. I know perfectly how to go and get you to stop being stubborn. Break you up into 2 individual pieces by cutting you in the right place. And all of a sudden, the components are less stubborn because they're not as big.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Probably do the same thing right here. Just go ahead and cut right along there to make this 2 individual sections instead of 1 big section. See, when it's of a significant mass, it does not let you boop it. But
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
cut it up into smaller pieces and it parts out just fine. Again. Cut there. There. Let's see.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
There we go. Pulls off so much easier as 2 individual pieces than one. See, I won't cut this one, but I'll cut it free. Like I did the previous one. Now, because it has so much more mass, I put a single tether on here. And it'll move, but it won't move nearly as fast because there's so much more mass in this piece. So if you're having a part getting stuck, look for those structural points where you can cut it to split it into 2 different parts just for the sake of moving it around a little easier. I mean, you don't have to do that, but it might save you a bit of hassle.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Now this piece right here, because it has more aluminum in it than nanocarbon, they want me to melt it down rather than have it sent off for processing. So much of it as possible. There's only so much I can do because it's touched this support rail here.
Project accepted.
Away you go. There you go.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Material deposited.
This cut just right. There we go. And you are furnace bound. there. Same thing with you.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I think if I go ahead and come right here, and we line this bit up just so. And then we go ahead and press this. That should completely disconnect that. Yep, got it.
Got about
Away you
5
go.
minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Okay.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Yeah, boom. Processing you go. Bye-bye, have a beautiful time. Alright. So we cut the airlock door off. Looks like we have a little bit of slag left over floating about. Ooh. Oh, we need some oxygen. Oxygen! Here I come. Oh man, I would love to play this in VR. It would be terrifying.
Raw
though.
material processed. Credits deposited.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
But yeah, this would be one of the games that I would love to play in VR. Can you imagine having full body in this? Floating around feeling, you know, like you're weightless in space? Whew. Alright. Okay, so this is loose here. It's not attached to anything. So let's go and get these bottom bits off here before we mess with the back, because I'm worried about any more than we already have. I'm worried about it rubbing against this nanocarbon plate here. Because there's a bunch of fuel tanks in the back. And you know, fuel tanks and explosions. I'm gonna try to avoid that where I can. Fast and dirty cut. Two for one.
right, Cutter. Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
Alright. Let's see here. Are we loose? Loose, rubber goose. What are you attached to? Alright. This is loose. Go that way. And that is the underspine. Dang it. Wanted to get in before the end of the shift, but nope. Would not allow me to do it. Oh well. After I go ahead and strip this down, yeah, since I seem to be handling this teardown of the Stargazer so well, I can go ahead and see and just grab one in a different mode outside of career and show you what could happen if you don't carefully disassemble. Like worst case scenario levels of oops. I can appreciate wanting a big boom just like the next person.
Credits awarded.
Met likes the big boom. He just doesn't want to deal with the huge debt infraction that it would incur on career mode. Okay. And now that should go and allow us to get the top spine clear and in for processing. Go ahead and spin that over. There we go. Now, of course, it's more ideally to cut this up in sections, but eh. Get in there. So it's one of the little legs is getting caught in that little.
Object accepted for processing.
Whoa.
Credits
Whoa.
deposited.
Whoa. There we go. The game's sucking it up now. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Valuable object processed.
There we go.
Credits deposited.
Now. What I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and open this hopefully like a clamshell. There we go. There we go. And the reason why I'm doing this, the bay is so narrow that these easily get stuck into either furnace if you're not careful, and then you lose all the stuff in them. And the game chides you about wasting stuff. So, I find by lifting them up like this,
Material deposited.
gives you the opportunity to strip out anything valuable like the fuel canisters, which we still have to go ahead and salvage for one of the mission objectives. And if the fuel canisters hit anything, they can blow up. Like it's going for that? Oh, that was close.
Salvage secured.
Whew.
Credits deposited.
That could have been a whoopsie. There is nothing I did wrong there. I did nothing wrong. It just suddenly ripped free and then went spastic on me. That's why you pull it apart. You pull it apart at a safe distance before you start ripping things like fuel tanks off. Whew. And you never know when that happens. It's just completely random. I don't know if it's a bug in the game or that fuel tank was damaged in a way where it would just do that.
Credits transferred.
But yeah. This nanocarbon here has been shattered and it's going to be a pain in the ass to put into the processor now. So I'm going to take the bigger chunks and move it in. Actually, you know what? This way for now.
Deposit accepted.
Keep in mind, I'm doing everything I can to make this salvage as easy and as simple as possible. I'm not trying to make this overly complex. You go in there. Oh, sometimes things are just so hard to... There we go. There we go.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Okay. This is the thruster fuel line. And this all can be processed. As long as it doesn't get sufficiently damaged in any way, shape, or form.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Now this mess, there's nothing in here but nanocarbons. I'm not going to mess with it. It's out of the way. It's not going to be a problem to avoid. I'm just glad that more of the fuel tanks didn't get hit. Because I might have enough fuel tanks to still complete the objective. Losing one fuel tank, you might still complete the objective. Losing more than one, and you're screwed. Gently. You see, even with me being super gentle there, sometimes when you grapple a part free, it can go squirrely.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
You just never know. Alright.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And see, that one was chill as all get out when I pulled it free. Mission accomplished.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
in you go. There you go. It'll get sucked in.
Valuable object processed.
Okay.
Credits deposited.
Whew. Let's see if we can get this where it needs to go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And there we go.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
All right, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Hit or pattern. We've wrapped.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Alright. So, we need to go and salvage 7 more furniture, 19 storage, 14 computer terminals, 3 atmosphere regulators, and a whole bunch of electrical components to complete out this contract. Now, if we go and look at here, everything highlighted in green is electrical components. We have 1 coolant canister left. Let's get that out because that's, I think, the only thing left that could explode on me and cause me a bad time. I think I could probably cut.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
There we go. Alright. Now I can get to this coolant canister much easier. Pull that free nice and easy like. And into the barge you go. There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So it's just a matter of pulling stuff out now. Cargo, resources, components. What the hell is this? Yeah, just a bit of scrap. Okay.
Deposit accepted.
Okay.
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep and let's finish strong.
Okay. I want to pull a lot of these electronics out. So let's go ahead and cut the floor out from underneath them.
Material deposited.
Alright. Over $1 million earned. Okay. Repair the cutter. 5 repair kits left. Final upgrade for the work suit. So the only upgrade I have not purchased yet is for the cutter, which is going to cost me 19,000 license credits. And I have 77 now. And you earn those just by doing jobs. So.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
I think we got fairly clean cuts here. Little side scrap we gotta clean up there. But otherwise, fairly clean cuts. So, or if we go inside to see what's still holding the floor in place. I'm assuming that there's some furniture that's holding it in place still. Let's go and get the mechanicals out of the way.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So I'm assuming not just that. Okay. Yeah, it seems like, okay, so things that don't touch the floor plate won't have a hold onto it. The things that do will. So that and what is holding on to you now? This is actually baffling me. There must be just a sliver of component is still holding it in place. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? That wasn't it. Ah, here we go. There we go. All right.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Empty bag of chips. Thermal computer.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Salvage
whoa.
secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
A couple equipment mounts.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. Okay. There we go. So. Now I need the furniture from the objectives, but that
Salvage
old
deposit
mattress,
accepted.
along with
Credits
this,
transferred.
can go ahead and get melted down in the furnace. As can this table. We don't need any space mites. So all mattresses, they get torn out and melted down. And
Deposit accepted. Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
no. Ah, spots.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Let's see, where's that atmospheric regulator? Because that's an important touchy piece of equipment. I need to get all 3 atmospheric regulators salvaged. And there's only 3, so I can't afford a single one getting busted.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
That's one. That's 2.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And here's a 3rd. Okay. Oh, that was close. The net didn't catch it right away.
Account credit applied.
Whew. I can't tell you how many times I've thrown something in the barge not grab it right away, and I have to like grip my teeth as I am worried that it's going to get knocked around and bump into something else in the barge and break. It happens all too often.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
We've got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Personal storage unit.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Another storage bin.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Ooh. Now these beds are slightly different than the beds we salvaged earlier, as they both have a battery pack on them. But they also have personal terminals. Oh, come on! That's what I'm saying. The barge sometimes doesn't really work right. No, I think I need to get some oxygen real quick. And then we'll go back to that. But I believe the battery packs and personal terminals both count as electrical salvage, which you definitely need.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
This I need. See? Yeah, personal terminal.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Dang it. Where's the other one? Wasn't there another one I cut loose and had floating in here? Oh, there it is. Thank God. That one locked in.
Salvage
All right.
secured. Credits deposited.
Now with the sensitive components already pulled out. There we go. Furniture
Salvage
done.
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Carter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this shift.
There we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Something's sparking down there. Speaking of sparking, power junction boxes. They are always annoying. That's why. Oh, you son of a... I fucking hate power junction boxes. Oh. They are the steaming piles of crap. I hate. I repeat, hate power junction boxes. Oh.
Salvage secured.
Ooh. Oh, man. Your power junction boxes can die in a fire. They are always skittish. They almost always go ahead and break like that. The only time you can go and move a power junction box well and easily without it doing that is if you literally cut out the wall it's attached to and then move that whole thing. Or disintegrate the wall it's attached to. But then the game will get mad at you for doing that. Because you'll have destroyed vital salvage. Alright, we're almost done here, folks. The storage will be easy. Computer terminals will be a bit rougher. But if we look at this, there's not much vital salvage left in the ship.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Also, I have noticed there are some things
Salvage
that
secured. Account credit applied.
there are some things that it will consider salvage of a certain type and mean nothing. Like this panel aluminum says it goes to the barge, but the barge will not accept it. I know, I've tried, but it has no problem with it being thrown in the furnace. It'll just accept it. So don't bother throwing those. Save yourself the headache. Don't bother throwing them in the Not much worth salvaging now. Go ahead and head on off. Take the old Minute Maid bottle, throw it in there. Alright.
Material deposited.
Okay. Okay. Don't know what it just detached from. There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, so that is all of the vital electrical components we're salvaging cleared out. So the only thing we really have are all these storage bins, which we need a lot of them to make objective goal.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Come on. Why are you acting like this? Get in there. Well, you are being just the absolute... There we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright. I don't know why some of these just have the generic aluminum texture on them instead of a storage bin texture.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
But they're called storage bin more often than not, and they can be thrown in the alright, this one's called object. Weird, and it doesn't count towards storage.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
They're counted as cargo, like storage bins. Oh, some of them are just generalized objects that have no value. Okay then. This one's called a storage bin, but it doesn't have the storage bin texture, and it... We'll put this in there. Okay, it did count. Okay.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, now this says it's supposed to go on the barge, and it's an aluminum panel. But if I go and throw it in there, barge won't accept it. So I think that there are some objects that are getting miscoded in the game. Keep in mind, Hardspace ShipBreakers early access still, so little problems like that can occur.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Well, that felt good. Imagine having a freaking storage bin fly up into my face. Why are
Salvage
things
secured.
acting
Account
fishy?
credit applied.
Stop acting squirrely.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Tucker, you got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. We wrap.
Alright.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Airlock valve. Now this was the panel that had the ECU, the electric cooling. So this panel, because of its nature, is always to be processed. This has a specialized mounting bracket on it.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
There we go. Starting to get low on oxygen, so I'll fly up and buy some more real quick. At the Master Jack.
Welcome to Venetron 9000.
And whoop. Shoot myself back. Through the ladder up through the airlock. Because of course it's apparently worth salvaging. Out of the barge. Alright.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So everything basically from this point back can be thrown into the proverbial fire. Cut that. We just need to go ahead and cut her loose. So
start wrapping things up. Weaver out.
I think this might be the last pen here. Okay. This is going to be a lot to process for the forge. Now, in the past, big chunks like this would cause a lot of frame lag for the game. The engine does not handle processing large pieces like this down. So this is more me testing to see if this recent update has fixed that engine limitation or not. But I guess we'll have to wait to see if this process happens well or not at the start of the next shift. Alright. Boom. Everything's good. Start shift. Almost done. Now, the question is, do we see frame lag when that entire chunk gets processed down or not?
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Wow! It actually processed all the remarkably well without the frame lag that we were seeing
Material deposited.
for large processing. That is a marked improvement. They've done a great job of fixing that. Now, to get the next chunk. Connection points remaining. And off to the furnace you go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
All right. All right. And now, pop that corner. That corner. That corner. And now when I cut this corner, there we go. Door frame flies free. And that's not what I wanted. And off goes the door. Whoosh.
Object accepted for processing.
All right.
Credits deposited.
Take We have a couple more electrical salvage.
Salvage
A few
secured.
more storage
Account
salvage.
credit applied. Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Let's get that chair out of the way. Whoop. There we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
There we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Whoa. Little hinky there. Calm down. There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
The storage mission is complete. I just need to collect 2 more electrical and 5 more terminals. Of course, terminals by default are electrical, so
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
when we turn some of these terminals in, they will count towards the electrical. We'll get that one knocked out real easy. I'm gonna go ahead and get more of these storage units out of the way. That looks like an open spot. Good.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
See, that's the thing I like about these storage
Salvage
bins.
deposit accepted.
They can get whacked
Credits
around a little bit
transferred.
and be perfectly fine. No one cares about a small dent in a storage bin. But you so much as dink anything that has
Salvage secured.
electronics in it,
Credits deposited.
and it's like, oh no! I'm not gonna work anymore. In fact, I might even explode. Heaven forbid, you know, fuel or coolant tanks.
Salvage
Alright.
secured. Account credit applied.
And these handles are also salvageable. Ah, boop. So we'll go ahead and rip them out so they don't get away. Alright. Now, for the sake of not having to go down a long freaking tunnel to do this, there we go. You there. You there. You there.
Deposit accepted.
You there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Didn't realize you were still attached. I do not want this whole thing to go yet. Calm down. I thought this was done and detached at this point, but apparently not. Alright. There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Yeah. After the ship is completely parted out, I will go ahead and go to the free play mode, and we'll see what it would look like if I got this terribly, terribly wrong. I did say I was going to do that, and I will keep my word. Just kind of want to show you, you know,
Salvage
me doing my
secured.
best effort
Credits
to part it out
deposited.
correctly.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
Alright, let's see if I can go ahead and get this finished off in that 5 minutes. Because honestly, there's no point in working an extra shift when there is so little
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
of the ship left. Okay, that's wedged in there. That's also somehow wedged in there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, fine. You wanna be that way? We'll be that way. No, it's this way. Okay, wedged in there now. How? I swear to God. How does this perfectly happen where all three are loose but wedged in such a perfect way to screw with me? Are you kidding me? No, fine. You wanna be like this? You wanna be like this? We'll be like this. I'm going to freaking cut this apart, get these freaking terminals in out to complete this bloody freaking mission.
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
Oh, I destroyed a bit of nanocarbon. Boo at this point. Well, there we go. Normally I would handle this much cleaner. But the game has done pissed me off now.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Welcome to Megatron 9000.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
This should have been an easy cleanup finish. God! You know what? No, I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done. Screw you, game, and the horse you rode in none. I got screwed over. Those last three terminals, they're all released perfectly to wedge perfectly against each other with nope, just done. Those last three terminals that screwed me, no. Alright, so equipment, repair my cutter, and we're gonna go ahead and quit out. And free play. Free play is where you can go ahead and go to any different ship and just try them out. So you have the mackerel civilian, mackerel transit, mackerel industrial, Gecko Commercial, Gecko Industrial, and the Gecko Science. So this is not part of my campaign. Nothing really matters here. This is just me showing how bad things can get with this. I have unlimited tethers. I do not run out of oxygen. Now, we have... I can see that it is partially depressurized, partially not. Alright. So, if I were to cut it in, because it's partially depressurized, I could literally, instead of going in, I could just cut my way in fairly easily here. So, when I took this apart normally, I slowly cut off the outer protrusions, put them in the basket.
Valuable object processed.
I didn't cut into the ship like this, because again, if that were pressurized, that would have exploded. And there are risks, because that was an active fuel line I was cutting right next to. But you guys want explosions. Now, cutting that open, well, right underneath that fuel line, that's pressurized. That's why it's saying danger.
Air pressure level decreasing.
So we just ruptured a fuel line with explosive decompression, but it's only partially ruptured. Because it wasn't ruptured with fire, it was ruptured with concussive force. It wasn't too bad. But what if I nicked a barrel back here, huh? Oh, the reactor's going critical too. Quickly, you can see how bad this gets.
Reactor meltdown triggered. Action urgently required.
Explosion detected. Proceed with caution.
So I accidentally...
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
So by nicking and blowing up one fuel tank near the engines without having the fuels properly flushed first, created a chain reaction, blowing all the fuel tanks up, blowing the thrusters up, blowing the fuel line up back towards the reactor, causing the reactor to blow up. So again, that is why I cut the outer bits off, but I don't go into the ship unless I've got a utility key to flush the fuel system. Because if you have a fuel tank explode, and it's near the fuel lines, those fuel lines can chain react and go right back to the reactor. And anytime the reactor takes damage, it goes critical that much faster. So again, don't go cutting into the ship unless you, 1, have it properly decompressed. 2, if you're going to be cutting anywhere near things that it can explode, make sure your fuel lines are flush. Do not leave fuel loose in the system. You are asking to have yourself have a major mess that completely destroys all salvage value. But there you go. That's what happens when you do it the wrong way. You end up having ship part confetti everywhere. And this is all damage that can be easily avoided, as I showed you before on how to properly systematically go through and part out a ship. What time is it for me? Well, it is currently 10:07 p.m. So what I'm going to go and do, and since I've basically shown everything this game has to offer for the night, I've parted out one Stargazer before off stream. And I did one on stream for you guys, trying to be very careful about it, but give you an idea of what can go wrong if you're not careful. If for whatever reason a fuel tank goes and the fuel lines aren't flushed, you're in for a bad time. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here for Hardspace ShipBreakers. Let it be its own thing. I don't want to spend a lot of time cutting up the same ships over and over again. I want to see what else they want to do to the game, what they add in the future. And then I will be coming back to Hardspace ShipBreakers. God, why is that a tongue tie? But I'm going to bring the stream down. I'm going to get a coffee, go ahead and use the restroom, that sort of thing. And I think I'm going to come back to the other game that I had as a backup that I wanted to stream tonight. And that would be Hellsign, which is, again, the, supernatural detective hunting, kind of eliminate the spooky spoopers kind of elements in places, dealing with, giant insects, ghosts, and supernatural elements. Because, again, they just did an update to that game, too. So I want to go and give it a spot in the sun, especially since it is also early access and still in development, a lot like Hardspace ShipBreakers is. That's the thing. That's the thing you'll see from me often. I want to see these early access games that are really awesome, that are worth playing, get some attention. And that's why you'll see me play so many early access games, because I feel like something that's in development, you need to have people go and sit down and say, okay, what can be done differently here? What can be done differently there? And see these games grow and mature and become wonderful experiences when they hit release. So yeah, I'm always a fan of early access games, as long as there's a dedicated development team to them. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, notify, follow, all that jazz. I'm going to be signing off, but I will be back live momentarily with some more Hellsign action. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in a little bit.